everybody.
We're back. We're live.
We're here, and look who joined us today.
Hey, we got Mando here today.
Din Djarin joined us.
Yep, he wanted to say hi to everybody.
Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a great week.
Hope no one got COVID while we're from this week to last week to this week.
Right.
So hey, hope everybody has some good health. Yeah, we only got a few more weeks until Christmas.
Yep.
So.
Excuse me as I just turned down the lights a little bit.
Yeah, you're trying to blind me over here.
So we're not so bright.
Well, we gotta be bright.
It's okay to be bright.
Yeah.
Nobody's joined us yet, but that's okay.
That's not good. Somebody's out there, they'll join us.
Yeah, they will. I just wanted to kill the lights a little bit.
They're probably out there Christmas shopping or whatever,
But look who joined us, Mr. Din Djarin himself.
Right here. He'll bring in dead or alive.
Yes.
Warm or cold.
Let's see while we're waiting for everybody to show up, let's see if he's got anything to say. Okay, ready?
No droids.
No droids.
Oh, no droids. Oh, that ain't good.
What's your highest bounty?
What's my highest bounty?
Ooh.
Interesting.
This is the way.
This is the way.
It is the way.
This is the way to watch All for Sci-Fi.
Got it.
There you go.
I want my next job.
He wants his next job.
Uh-oh.
They work for the Empire.
They work for the Empire.
No, we don't.
I did what I had to.
You did.
Yes, you did.
You did, Din.
I know the drill.
You know the drill.
That's good.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
I'll go in warm.
Would you like to go warm or cold?
Warm.
Okay.
Not cold today.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.
No droids.
No droids!
I'm already cold.
So he wouldn't like it if we had a whole bunch of droids doing this. Anyway, this is kind of neat. This this is available at the Disney store online.
Right.
And it's a good price, actually. It even has the side thing here. You know, those flames. It's hard to tell with all this light.
Yeah.
And he's got his blaster here.
That you'll be able to see a little more.
Yeah, you can see it a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's pretty cool, man. Mr. Din Djarin, thank you for joining us, Din.
Really?
I know your child's behind us here.
Yeah, in front of us too. He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. That's true.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That kid's everywhere.
He is.
Control your kid.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. We're going to go ahead and put him back here next to his kid over here I guess, for now. And as you can see, we got Miss Bo-Katan here in Gar Saxon. And let's go ahead and put him back here near...
Also down here we got Ahsoka and the Wrecker.
Oh, you can't see. They can't see down there.
Well, take it up. Take it up.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and put Din back here for now.
Here's Ahsoka.
Oh, no, not Ahsoka.
Who?
It's the way you said it sounded weird. Here's Ahsoka.
Ahsoka
Tano.
Here's the Wrecker.
And there's the Wrecker from the Bad Batch.
That's right.
That's cool.
That's cool.
They're looking good.
Yep.
Some people don't like Pops, though, because they're mad at them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And by the way, we know I still owe you guys a ton. Can you shut that door, too? I know we owe you guys a ton of the unboxings, and later we're going to do some other unboxing here, like this one right here. Mr. Cad Bane. And, of course, speaking of Ahsoka, here's Ahsoka's...
And here is...
Trooper.
IG-11.
And, of course, cannot forget our Ewoks. Try not to pick things up too heavy on there because you're shaking the camera as you're doing that.
Oh, sorry about that.
Here's Tebow. Yay! So, I mean, we have all these unboxings that we're going to do for you guys. So
here's Trooper.
Have no fear. We will probably... During this holiday break, I'll have more time, and then we could go ahead and do some more of these unboxing videos. I'm pretty far behind. I got a lot that I got to do, so...
Yes, he does.
We will get caught up. So, give me time, though. Hopefully, over the holidays, I'll have more time to get caught up. This week's prize for the live trivia contest is... Here it is.
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca with a little mini porg.
Mm-hmm.
See the little porgy? His lunch. Chewbacca with his lunch.
That's right.
So this is today's, if you win today's live trivia contest. This will be the prize. We've got a lot to talk about today. And where is everybody?
Yeah, I know, huh?
They're out Christmas shopping,
Probably
I
out
guess,
Christmas
right?
shopping, yeah.
Getting ready for the holidays.
Yeah.
Not social distancing, probably.
Probably not, but hope they're wearing
Helping
their
spread
mask.
COVID.
I'm hoping they're wearing
Hopefully
their
they're
mask.
wearing their mask, right?
And got their gloves on.
Or something, you
Something,
know.
so they
I
can
wear
be covered.
gloves too, but hopefully you guys have your masks on.
Yep.
So-
See? Looks like Robert, doesn't he?
Yeah. Stop it. We got a lot to talk about today because, guys, it's going to be an exciting next couple of years for us Star Wars fans.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be an incredible time.
Mm-hmm.
Disney has now announced a huge... Speaking of that, since you brought up Ahsoka, we're going to finally get... Ahsoka's going to get her own series with Rosario Dawson
Yes, yes.
as
That's cool.
as Ahsoka
That's going to
Tano.
be great.
So Ahsoka's coming out to Disney Plus.
Yep.
So we got a lot to talk about in news this week on the Star Wars front. During the Disney, the whatever the investors or the call they have with all the investors or whatever, they announced Ahsoka, Rogues, the movie about the Rogue Squadron, Rangers of the New Republic. Of course, we already knew about Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Right.
There's also another show that's kind of based on, it's going to be kind of like a thriller type. For the first time, they're actually going to do a whole series about the Sith.
Oh,
It's going to be
cool.
kind of scary.
Yeah. That's going to be great.
So, wow, guys, we got a lot of great stuff going on.
It's
Very
all coming out
exciting,
this
very
next- all
exciting
this next
time.
year.
Yeah, we're very happy and very excited about what's
Yeah.
going on.
I mean, next year it's coming out.
Yeah, so get up there and turn that light down even more, please. The lights are just too bright. I just wanted to turn them down a little bit. The other way. There you go. That's good. That's good. Great. There we go. Now the lighting's better.
Oh, I'm back.
Hey.
Sorry, I
So-
disappeared there for a minute.
So I mean, just a lot of exciting stuff. I'm trying to remember the name of the Sith one. It had a name that I hadn't heard of before. But
Wasn't there? I thought there was a Star Wars one coming out too.
what are we talking about?
Oh, wait,
The whole thing we're talking about is
yeah, but
Star
it was,
Wars.
It was Star Wars.
Everything is Star
something.
Wars.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of it
Star
was.
Wars something. It's all Star Wars, Captain Rickster.
Hey.
Come to the show.
Watch it.
We're just talking about
What
we're
show?
talking about Star
I know
Wars.
what you're-
All for
oh, oh,
sci-fi.
yeah, show?
Yeah. Hello.
Well,
Jesus.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
you're not sleeping right now.
well, not yet.
Did you eat yet?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Oh, see, that's the key. We can't let him eat right before the show. Otherwise, he'll fall asleep during the entire show. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, guys,
If
that's
that's snoring, we're in trouble.
yeah. Well, let's not pull a repeat of last week.
Yeah, I'll try
Okay,
not
so yeah, the lighting is better. I had a little bit too bright, but I brought them down so there's less shadow going around.
to. Yep.
So it's about tweaking and getting things going. But this week is just a glorious week for Star Wars fans.
Yes, it is.
There's so many announcements going on. It's just going to be an exciting time. What is your guys' favorite? What is going to be your guys' favorite new Star Wars? Whether it's a TV series, actually, there's a droid thing coming out too as well. They're doing one called a droid story, coming as well.
Oh yeah.
So just lots of stuff. But what's your favorite? Anybody, let us know in the comments below what your favorite is. By the way, if this is the first time you've ever stumbled across All for Sci-Fi, today we're doing our live podcast and our trivia show, which we do once a week. And make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit the subscription button below, hit the notification bell, so you know every time we upload a new video or an unboxing or we do our live weekly show, because we have this live trivia contest.
Yep.
And this week we're giving away Chewie with his little porgy here, 3/4 scale from the Force Link series. So this is this week's prize, and every week we have a prize, and then on special occasions we're going to have a big giveaway.
Right.
And we're almost up to 10,000 subscribers, so please subscribe to our channel. Also, while we're talking about it, let's get our sponsorships out of the way.
Oh yeah.
All for Sci-Fi is proud to be sponsored by Order 66 Toys. Order
right.
66 Toys is the nation's largest Star Wars only toy store. It's outside of Dallas, Texas, and we love everybody, all the owners there and the employees. We love, of course, Josh, the owner, Jeff, the owner, Bobby, Tim,
The crew.
Mikey T, everybody, Heather, thank you guys.
Yep.
If you guys don't know who Order 66 Toys is, we invite you to find them on Facebook and follow them. Also find them and subscribe to them on YouTube because, again, they're the nation's largest only Star Wars toy store. And every Friday night, they have these Friday night live sales where you could get brand new Star Wars. And once a month, they have a vintage sale with Jeff at the Best Car Store. So you definitely want to follow Order 66 Toys on Facebook. Thank you guys for sponsoring us. We love you guys. Also,
Community of Star Wars.
we're proud to be a part of the Community of Star Wars Collectors, the CSWC, and that's thank you, Mr. Steve Spoltor. We're proud to be part of that group. If you don't know who the Community of Star Wars Collectors are, find them on Facebook. They are a group. Join it. You'll know it's them because there's over 36,000 members. So thank you very much for helping sponsor All for Sci-Fi at the Community of Star Wars Collectors. We're proud to be part of the family. And in Star Wars, we are a family. So that's but at All for Sci-Fi, we're not just into Star Wars. We talk about all sci-fi.
Oh, yeah.
And today we're going to talk, of course, about the stuff we were just talking about, the new sci-fi news. We're also going to talk about The Mandalorian Chapter 15. We're going to do a review and discussion of that. And Star Trek Discovery, the latest episode. And
I didn't see that one.
thank you guys. Well, I'm going to talk about it then.
About it. I'll disagree with you.
But thank you guys for joining us and being a part of our show. And we're here every week when we have content.
Right.
When we don't have as much content, then we're kind of every 2 weeks. But right now, we're every week because we have a lot of shows to cover.
That's
a lot
right.
of ground to cover, guys. This week was a very busy week. Like we said, we had all the big Star Wars announcements. We got Wonder Woman coming out here in a few weeks on Christmas.
Christmas Day.
And that's going to be exciting, so we're excited to see that.
I heard that someone was suing Warner Brothers for the streaming of Wonder Woman and Godzilla. And
I didn't hear that.
yeah, I heard that in the
Where'd
news.
you read that? Was it on... hope it wasn't on Facebook.
No, it wasn't on Facebook. It was on Google.
It was on Google?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how reliable Google is, but...
You just got to determine the source. It's not information on the internet isn't, of course, as you know, isn't always that reliable.
No, that's
right?
true, very true. But I heard somebody who likes the fact that it was the director, some director. I can't remember his name.
Okay, well then,
Whatever.
let us know if you know what he's talking about because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
I never know what I'm talking about half the time.
So so we
I
got
just hear rumors.
rumors, yeah, rumors. Start rumors.
Rumor that.
Yeah. But yeah, I know Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are very much a part of some of the stuff that's being developed, which is great. They're doing a great job. They're hitting it out of the park with The Mandalorian, so that's always good news. Okay, so so we got the new Star Wars announcements. We got Wonder Woman coming out. It's going to be out in movie theaters, in some theaters, but also streaming on HBO Max.
Right.
On the 25th, you could start streaming it, so can't wait to see Wonder Woman and give a review of it. We got so on the Star Wars side, we had Ahsoka, we have Rangers of the New Republic, which sounds like a Texas Rangers type of thing with cops.
Sounds like it.
And then we got Obi-Wan Kenobi, where there's going to be a movie about the Rogue Ones, and also the Cassian Andor series.
Yeah.
Andor is coming out as well. So we got a lot of stuff happening. Wow.
I did hear, and I don't know if it's true, and I actually read this, that I know AMC is going broke by January.
Well, they already broke already.
Yeah, and I heard that Regal Cinema Theaters actually closed all their doors.
It's a tough time for movies, but like George Clooney said recently, that he doesn't think that movie theaters are going to be closed forever.
No.
Because we're always going to still have a need and a want to go see the movie on the big screen and what it's like to see movies with other people.
Yeah.
So thank you, George Clooney. You're correct.
Yes, you are.
So that's pretty interesting. So just an exciting week. Okay, I mean, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with Star Trek Discovery, the latest episode. And then after that, we're going to talk about The Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
What everybody's excited about, what's been happening there.
One more episode after that.
I know, I'm sad.
Sad.
Only one more episode of Mando.
But we do know they're having a third season, though.
Of course. I heard they're getting ready to start filming. They might have already started filming.
Yeah, I heard it already started. Or they're going to start, or started already, yes.
Yeah. I know they've been filming a Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Yes,
already.
I know they've been doing that.
So, okay. So, Star Trek Discovery, this latest episode. I'm trying to remember I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I could tell you about it.
Where's
and I'm going to give it. Huh?
Where's your notes?
I don't always have notes.
Well, I know.
So anyway, the new Star Trek episode. On this particular episode, what's been going on is the Emperor lady, Gogoro. I'm trying to pronounce her. I can't pronounce her name right. Gogoro. She's getting. Remember how in the beginning of each episode she's getting sicker.
Yeah, I remember that part.
So this last episode was totally about her sickness and what's going on.
I missed that part. Okay.
And they discovered why she's sick, and one of the doctors discovered that, and because it happened with not like 100 years ago with somebody else had the same type of reasoning, got the same illness,
right?
And the illness is not. It's related to the fact that it's because of the time travel, but not just the time travel. Remember, she's from a different dimension.
Right.
So the reason why her sickness has to do with her traveling through another dimension and doing time travel.
Ooh.
Which the combination of those, because that's why everybody else is not sick.
Right.
Because they're all from that dimension, except for her.
She's from a different dimension.
She's the only one here currently that's from a different dimension as well.
Right.
As time traveled. And so that's what's causing her sickness, and there's no cure for it at the beginning. They say there's no cure for it.
Ooh,
that's but then Michael Burnham and some of the other doctors say, well, why don't we ask the computer? Maybe there is a way to cure it, and the computer knows how to cure her.
Good.
So the computer has told them how to cure her, and said you had to take her to this planet that's far away, really far away, like you couldn't even travel there in enough time. But because she happens to be on Discovery that has that spore drive where it could travel in an instant to anywhere in the universe, they could get her where she needs to be and try to save her.
Yeah.
So that's the whole mission behind this particular episode. And I realize I'm discussing the episode without actually giving a rating, so let's go ahead and give the rating since I jumped a little bit ahead of myself. And I'm only doing this because Captain Rickster can't. I want to get over this fast because he didn't watch it.
No, unfortunately I didn't.
But at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars is, of course, the best. If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend you stream it. We don't recommend you watch it. We haven't had anything 3 stars in a while.
Not for a long time.
Yeah, so not very much. But let's go ahead and give the official rating. This episode of, I believe it's episode 8, and I know it is, but I'm not gonna. I don't know the name of it, but episode 8, the top where trying to save Grogu. It's gonna get. I'm gonna go ahead and give it 4.75 stars. I almost gave it higher rating, but I think this next episode is gonna be a 5. I think it's going to be the first 5. The previews of it looks so good. It might be the first 5 of the season for Discovery.
Good.
It's a great episode because it totally twists. It has a twist in it, and it totally turns and becomes a different type of Star Trek. And what happens is we're talking about how the computer told them about how to save her. Well, they go to that planet. Her and Michael Burnham only go down. Oh, hi, Virginia.
Hi, Virginia. How you doing?
Hey, welcome.
Welcome here.
Hey, so they get to that planet. Michael Burnham and her go down to the planet, and they're on this icy planet. And the computer tells them to walk over to this other area. They walk over to this other area. Then suddenly, in the midst of this snowfield. Okay, great. Thank you for posting that, Virginia. And they're in the middle of this, or it's snowing, and all of a sudden they said, it's supposed to be right here, and they turn, and suddenly there's a guy sitting outside on a chair. And he's dressed in like 1920s or 30s type of clothing.
Oh, okay.
And he's holding a newspaper, and on the newspaper it says, Emperor Giorgio is killed or death. She died. So they say, "What? How are we here? How are you here? What's this all about?" Dave got us a movie comment. Oh, yay, Dave. So she's sitting there saying, "How are you here? We don't know how they're here." And right next to where they are, there's a door, and they can walk around the door and everything, but it leads to where does it lead? We don't know where this door leads.
Right.
But they can walk around it, and they don't know where it goes there. And he's telling them, you could go through the door and find what the cure is.
Mm.
And
good.
Emperor Giorgio says to him, "Well, it says there I died, so who cares?" And he said, "Well, this is tomorrow's news. You haven't died yet, so you could still make a choice if you want to go through this door." And only she could go through the door. Michael Burnham stays behind. So when she goes through the door, she comes out on the other side, and she's back in her other dimension.
Oh, interesting.
And so it's where she's the emperor and in charge of everything. And Michael and Burnham and everybody's back there. Oh, you haven't seen any Mando? No, okay. If you see some, let me know. I'd be curious too. So, and then the rest of the episode takes place with her in that other dimension. We don't know what happened with Michael Burnham or anybody on that, but we get to see all her cohorts.
Right.
The Michael Burnham of that dimension, who is her daughter,
mm-hmm.
and that dimension, she's like a mother to Michael Burnham. She kind of grabbed Michael Burnham as a child. Instead of Michael Burnham going to the Vulcans,
mm-hmm.
in this dimension, she adopted Michael Burnham.
Oh, okay.
And they're just totally do you remember that Star Trek episode when they kind of went to a different dimension? In that dimension, they were like evil and bad, like Hitler.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, these guys, this kind of reminds me of that. They're all busy. When they have a problem with each other, they're fighting to the death, and it's all this nastiness, and they have these great costumes. I mean, they're very dark and sinister, and
I wonder if this cure when she gets cured, to cure her disposition.
I don't know. It kind of did, because they're starting to question that she's getting too soft now, and she's not this strong emperor that she was, and she's changed. And in fact, Michael Burnham plots to have her killed. And she quickly figures it out, and she stops. No, she doesn't. She she has her locked up or whatever, and says she's going to have her go through these shock treatments or whatever later. However they punish people that do bad things or try to overthrow the government or this Giorgio. And it shows previews later of her doing that with Michael Burnham on the next episode. So it's a great episode, guys, and it just totally went a whole 180 degrees, and it's like they're in this different dimension, and I'm excited to see the next episode. Like I said, if it looks as good as the previews look, the next episode of Star Trek Discovery might be its first 5-star episode next week.
Now, is that going to be the last episode, or
no? Star Trek Discovery is not like Mandalorian, and not like some of these other shows who try to cheat everybody.
Well, yeah,
and they tend to do, I think, 13 to 16 episodes this season, so they're not even close to being done. They're only on 8. Okay. And I wish they would do that with The Mandalorian and make it 13 or 14 or 16 episodes. I remember back in the day when a full season was 24 episodes.
Yeah, really.
You guys, I don't know, you guys think you're fooling everybody. It's harder to make these shows because they have special effects, but come on, guys. It's not a full season, 8 episodes. It still isn't in my book. But yeah, that's about it. Let's talk about Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that was a good one.
Anyway, that's enough about that Star Trek episode. In case you missed it and you just came on board, the last episode 8 gets 4.75 stars. I really enjoyed it. Captain Rickster didn't see it, but like I said, I think the next episode might be a 5-star looking at the previews.
That one escaped me. I'll catch up on it for next week.
Yeah. But let's talk about the latest episode of Mandalorian Chapter 15.
Oh, yes.
The Believer.
The Believer. Oh,
Are you a believer?
I believed in that one.
You're not like Justin Bieber, like the Beliebers?
Oh,
No,
the
it's-
Believers?
no.
Oh, Justin Believers?
Yeah. When I saw that title and I said The Believer, it reminds me of Justin Bieber.
Bieber.
Uh-oh, people are going to kill me next.
Ha!
They're going to cut. They're not going to watch this show. Any fans
they
out
will.
there?
Yeah, they will.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll also bring this up again. This is this week's gift. This week's trivia contest gift is Chewbacca, with the little porgy. So I just wanted to bring that up again.
Yep.
Let's talk about The Believer. What did you think, Captain Rickster? Let's let you talk.
I
for
thought it was an excellent TV show.
How many times did you see it?
I saw it twice. I think the directing was good. I think the action was good. I believe the music was great.
Right.
The script, the people who were talking, and the characters were great. Especially the characters.
Okay.
They were definitely great.
Okay.
And I love the scenes where they were taking that cargo to the dam or the refinery there,
Okay.
and those guys behind were trying to blow it up.
Okay.
Which
Let's
is
get in.
pretty
Let's
cool.
get into the episode. Yeah. Let's get into talk. Let's talk about it since he started talking about it before we give the review. Again,
Yeah.
at All for Sci-Fi, we have a 0 to 5 star system. 5 stars being the best.
Yep.
If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend it. Episode, we're calling them chapters, okay, not
Yeah,
episode, but
chapters,
chapter 15, The Believer. The All for Sci-Fi official rating of it is 4.80 stars. What do you give it?
I agree with you on that one because it is actually really. It might be a little more, but better, but I still agree with 4.8. It's great.
He just agreed with me
Uh-huh.
again.
Again.
Virginia gives it 4.5 stars.
Oh, that's Virginia.
Yeah, it's not a 5 star by all means.
Not like the last.
But it had some.
Chapter.
It had some interesting moments, and
Yes.
let's say that, and it was different than I thought it would be. And one of the things that I like so far about this season of Mandalorian is they're not that predictable.
No,
They're great.
They're great.
Yeah. To me, it did feel like filler, and last week was a lot better than this week.
Yes, that's definitely
100%.
true.
That's why that
true.
was a 5 star.
Yeah.
That last week was a 5 star. Well, I'm giving this 4.8 because I think it deserves more than 4.5 stars.
So do I.
But the reason, and to me, it did feel like a filler episode.
Well,
But it had some nice moments.
True, but you gotta fill in the story somewhere. You can't leave holes in the story.
It did.
Which is they're not doing.
And the thing that I liked about it, I liked the fact that they brought Mayfield back.
Yep.
And it was neat to see that. And I liked there's this as a Star Wars nerd and junkie or whatever you want to call us. The thing that I liked the most about this episode was just the little details, guys, that they're doing. Like when Cara Dune went to go pick up Mayfield at the prison yard.
Yep.
I kept watching it over and over because I wanted to see that walker in the background, those walkers in the background, and even that robot that was like the robot guard.
Right.
I want that action figure, that new robot. It's going to be the newest thing, that new robot guard. I don't know what they're going to call it, but I want that robot guard. I liked it.
Maybe as well call it robot guard.
Well,
never
or
know.
prison guard.
I hope they come out with the transport. I'd love to get that transport.
Well, I mean, again, and get to see Slave 1 more.
Yeah.
We're getting more in details when they're inside Slave 1, how it always does that turning around, and you get to see how it works inside the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I like seeing that. It was it basically, this show basically it's going forward, and it doesn't jump at all. It starts off with Cara Dune. They're trying to basically what she does is she uses her power as a marshal to reassign Mayfield to her.
That's right.
Which she's breaking the rules, so to speak.
Well, she had to pull a lot of strings.
I'm sure she did.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure she did. So, hey, thank you very much. Glad you like our videos. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So,
I wonder if they're going to come out with there was a different type guard there, too. I mean, not the... remember when they came out and they started shooting everybody? You had two different colored
they had the different costumes with the mud. those stormtroopers there look different, and
Some
we
look
got to
different.
see the Mandalorian. What I liked about it too is I enjoyed seeing Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, without his helmet on. I liked it.
And also,
I like seeing Pedro
Yeah.
Pascal. He's a great
Of
actor.
course he is.
Good looking man too.
Plus, he was in a different costume.
Yes.
Which is even better.
So
I'd like to see that
and
costume on it, too.
if you remember, I've been saying this for weeks, guys, that Din is gonna, with all this stuff where they're talking about how his way is really the old way.
Right.
It's Mandalore doesn't do that anymore. That's why I remember I talked about how they're gonna move his character forward. Eventually, he's gonna be taking that mask off, guys,
Oh, of course.
and even more so in the future. He's gonna come to the realization that was just some old religious thing, and that's the old way.
Right. That's the old
And-
that's the new way.
And the fact that he had to do that, and Mayfield got to see what he looked
Yeah.
like.
Yes, he did.
And right after that, then when and also all the mining place that they went to
Yep.
try to get the information to find out where Moff Gideon was.
Mm-hmm.
That whole sequence was beautiful, where Din is fighting off those pirates,
Right.
and there's this one scene where they're getting closer there, and I saw Cara Dune and Finnick come up along the ridge.
Right.
And you saw her coming up, and you saw the explosions behind her.
Yep.
That was the way that shot was composed.
Was good.
All these shots, the way they composed. Rick, this episode was directed by that Rick. I'm trying to remember. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Rick. I apologize. Rick Fuchimura or something like that.
Yeah.
But all that whole sequence, though, and even later when they're all like lined up, there's some shots where they're still in the prison yard, and first Boba Fett comes down, and then after Boba Fett comes down, he goes, I thought that, Mayfield says, I
Yeah.
thought you were someone else, and then the Mandalorian comes down. The composition of all the shots, the way they were shot, and the way that
Yeah.
people walked in and out of the front. This is really beautiful filmmaking, I gotta tell you.
He did a great job.
The director did a great job. He did a great job. And I'm gonna analyze the brown eyes.
Yeah,
Brown eyes thing too later
Yeah.
and even the new casting of these old Empire guys that are in charge, they're great. It reminded me of the casting that George Lucas did back in the original Star Wars. I mean, these guys are hitting it on all cylinders. You know, they're just. It's not just that they're giving us fanboy service.
No.
They are making really great
Yeah.
stuff that we're gonna remember for a long time. This is the
like-
old Star Wars, guys.
I do
We're
like-
living it, and they're not just giving us fanboy service. The storylines are good,
Oh,
the
yeah.
shots are good,
Yep.
the acting's good, the music's good.
Yep.
These guys are hitting it out of the ballpark, just like George Lucas did on the original Star Wars.
Yep.
I'm sure George is really proud of you, Dave Filoni. I'm sure.
He's really happy too. It's coming out the way he wants it.
I hope, George Lucas, I hope you're watching Mandalorian and you're proud of what they're doing with your franchise, because if they keep the franchise in the hands of great filmmakers like this, like Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and all these people doing all this stuff, yeah. And even at the end, that hologram message with Moff Gideon.
was great.
Unbelievable, where he said his words back to him, like, you have something that I want. You have no idea.
Yeah. I still like it when Mayfield shot that general.
Yes, I did too.
But what was his name again?
He said that Mayfield said his name, but I can't remember it. I have to
More
watch
than
it a few. Yeah, and I know, and because he knew him, he was worried he would recognize him.
Yeah.
That's why the Mandalorian had to go there. And you know what? The computer read Din Djarin's face. So what's the backstory on that?
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Was Din Djarin at one point a stormtrooper?
Or something? In the Empire?
How did it read his face? Was he once really a TK something?
He might have been. It's interesting.
What's the backstory there?
I know, huh?
God, this again, it wasn't as good as the week before. I agree with you, Virginia, Dave, and everybody else who said it. The last week's episode before that was even better. It was a 5-star. They have had quite a few 5 stars this year.
Mm-hmm.
This was still, I think it was better than 4.5 stars when you really take the time to analyze it. I'm giving you my reasoning for giving it 4.8 stars.
And mine too.
But it doesn't, and his too, but I can't wait till next week, guys.
Me neither. But
I hope that they nail it.
I hope they come out with a spinoff with Boba Fett. That'd be good too.
She was laughing when some of the stormtroopers got shot because they sounded like girls.
There was females.
There is, of course.
There's females in there because if you watch when Brown Eyes and Mayfield were in that but the mess hall.
Mess hall, yeah.
You'll see 2 girls to the left sitting in on a table, and they got shot.
Yeah, she's right. They were female.
Yeah, there were females.
Yeah. Of course, there's going to be female stormtroopers. We don't live in the dark ages.
Or even female officers, too.
Yeah.
And there also.
Yep.
But yeah, it was kind of fun. You hear some of the screams.
Yeah. I mean, we pretty much we're so excited about this episode, we're talking about it, but we're also telling you about the episode.
No kidding.
When a show is that good and we don't have to break it down like that, that's saying something. So anyway.
I want to pipe in and say something about it too, because it's really good. Also, especially when I'm trying to bring up some, he misses out a few things, but I'm trying to bring up the.
You know what, Virginia? Go watch the episode, and now that you've seen it, this next time you watch it, you could actually pay attention more to the details. Like, look at the background, like when they're on the prison yard, and look at those walkers that are doing stuff with the scrap metal, and watch it for other reasons. If you watch it again, then you could get to see more of what they were doing, and watch how they set up the shots, how this director, who's a great director, how he set up the shots and the composition. You'll do it, look at it one more time with that mindset.
Yeah, really. Because you really enjoy it then.
Well, and that's the other thing too. This was the first episode, I believe, and Virginia just said this was the first episode of The Mandalorian that didn't have Grogu in it, the baby in it.
That's true. It is. It did not have.
I mean, the very, very first episode, the pilot, he didn't show up until the end.
Yeah.
But
this time,
other than that, he's been on, I think, every episode.
Every episode except this one.
He was not in it at all.
No.
Great. Glad to see it. So yeah, everybody, we love Grogu, but I mean, there's only so much you could do with Grogu. I think Grogu should get his own series too.
I heard they were talking about it.
He should. I mean, yeah, he's been in it and everything. Yeah, he has. But I think Grogu, at one point, he's got to move on, and because I want to see the Mandalorian I don't want to see him separated from his son or his child. But at one point, I want to see the Mandalorian get back to bounty hunting.
Yeah.
I want to get that old Western feel, which is what the series was kind of about the first couple of episodes last season.
Yeah, I like to see Grogu get some legs and walk.
And Grogu needs to get his own series and have whoever's going to train him. Again, the big thing is who's going to train Grogu. Yeah. What Jedi's going to step forward?
We know next chapter.
You think we'll know this next episode?
I don't know. We may not know until season 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the attitude Mando gave in his message as well. I don't think we're gonna see. Maybe we will.
I don't think we'll see it until third season.
You don't think we're gonna see who's gonna train?
No, not until the third season.
You think that this next episode is just him getting the child back?
I think there's going to be a fight before they get to the baby.
I think they got to get him back first, and that's going to be this last episode. But maybe the first episode or second episode of next season may deal with that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be Yoda, Master Yoda. I still think it's going to be Luke Skywalker.
Well, Master Yoda was still alive even after this.
No, he wasn't.
No, he died. That's right.
No,
he did die.
He died in Empire.
That's right, he died in Empire.
Before the Empire got destroyed, even.
Mm-hmm.
So his Force spirit's around. I think it's going to be Luke Skywalker, but we'll see.
Well, we know it's not going to be Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
He's passed on.
It's not going to be that him. Some people think it might be Ezra.
Could be Ezra.
We'll see. You think Obi-Wan's going to train him? Oh, isn't Obi-Wan dead?
Obi-Wan's dead at this time.
Yeah.
He wasn't alive he died.
This is 8 years
Hope.
after the fall of the Empire, after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So the people that are around would be. I mean, even Leia could train him.
Yeah, that's right, Princess Leia.
Princess Leia's around. No, she was already the princess.
Right.
They haven't shown her yet.
Nope.
But Princess Leia is around during this time. One person said it might be Ben Solo, and I said no, he's too young.
He's too young
Because he was born. No, he would have been young, a young child about this time. It's around the time he was born.
Right. So he wouldn't be doing.
But he might. But Ben would be a young kid, probably a very young child at this point.
Right. What about Mace Windu?
Come on, Rick. You're really showing your non-Star Wars knowledge. Mace Windu was killed before Darth Vader became even Darth Vader, long time ago. Mandalorian takes place. The Mace Windu is part of the prequels.
Pre-sequels, yeah.
Right, which is way before this. That was when Yoda was around.
Right. So who else can we think of? Ezra. We named Ezra.
Someone said Ben. I said no. He's too young.
No, too young. Who else?
Well, Ahsoka could train him too.
But
she was already on the show.
But doesn't want to, because she.
I know she doesn't want to, but if you remember back in the day, Obi-Wan Kenobi didn't want to train Anakin in the beginning.
That's true.
And it was Qui-Gon Jinn who was forcing the issue because of his midichlorian count. Oh yeah, Mace from the Ewoks will show up and train him. Yeah, he doesn't have.
That would be a good one.
That would be funny, but he didn't have very much force abilities, Mace. So everybody has some force abilities, but Mace didn't have a bunch of force abilities.
No.
He was a good shot, though. He could fire a blaster.
That's right. He was good at that.
And he knew how to throw an axe.
Yep. There's got to be other ones we're
there
missing.
are other ones, but somebody mentioned Cal Kestis from the gaming.
Gaming, yeah.
He's not. Where is he at? Maybe he could come. Cal Kestis from the newer the Jedi Fallen Order game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. My bet is still on Luke Skywalker. Because there was a rumor, since you like to talk about rumors, Captain Mister, there was a rumor that Lucasfilm reached out. There was a rumor that Lucasfilm actually reached out to Mark Hamill and asked him permission to hire Sebastian Stan to play him as young Luke.
Okay. Now that would be nice.
Like they wanted to get his take on it. I think Mark could play the role, and they could just do CGI and make him look younger. But if they want to make it less CGI heavy, that would be the best way to do it because Sebastian Stan looks a lot like.
They can't get permission for Princess Leia because she's already passed on to a better life.
Yeah. She's they said they're not going to do anything with that character anymore.
Mm-mm.
I would love Mike's mom to train him. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know that she had that much force ability. And we don't know what happened to her.
Yeah, no one knows what happened to her, whether she lived or died.
Ray is way in the future.
Way too young.
Ray would be a kid at this time, like Ben Solo.
Yeah,
she would be
a baby.
barely a baby or barely born at this time. So it couldn't be Ray either.
Nope.
It could be one of the Palpatines.
Could be, yeah.
I don't know.
No, not Palpatine, because he was
his son. He had a son that was Ray's daughter. I still think it's going to be Luke Skywalker. I still think that's going to be the obvious choice. But we'll see. There's a lot of choices that they have to choose from. So you guys, instead of keep speculating, and that's the thing we talked about too earlier. But we forgot to mention they're doing the Willow series. They're bringing Willow back.
Yeah, they're bringing her back. Yeah, Willow series.
So yeah, Willow is going to start filming soon. Actually, if it hasn't started filming, so Willow's coming back. Yep. But in the beginning of the podcast, we were talking about all the new Star Wars announcements, which is a lot of them. The new Ahsoka series, the Rangers of the New Republic, the Rogue Squadron movie. And it's just so many different. And you mentioned Willow and Indiana Jones, the movie with Harrison Ford is coming out. as well.
Did they remake it? Were they making number
No,
5?
they're
now?
making the 5th one. Yeah. Yep.
Is Harrison Ford in it?
Yep. He's playing
Wow.
Indy in it. So that's
as old as he is. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's coming out. That's exciting news.
He's playing somebody's father or someone's grandfather.
But basically, after the getting back to the episode again, of course, they followed. They took Mayfield. They trying to find out where Moff Gideon is, and
Right.
Mayfield says that they have to go to this other planet. I can't remember the name of the planet, but there's had to go to the planet, and he could go there and go on one of the terminals and find out where he's at.
Right.
And he thinks that that's the easiest planet to go to get access to it. So they go there. Then they find out that the whole place is it's going to be the last Indiana Jones movie. That's right, Virginia, with Harrison Ford.
Well, it has to be because Harrison Ford's in his 70s.
No, he's 80, almost 80.
Almost 8. Well, he's in his 70s.
Yeah. So anyway, they decide to go to the planet. They go there. They come up with a plan and that's where we were talking about how Din ended up taking off all his costume and he put on a stormtrooper.
Yeah, which was kind of interesting.
Which is
actually pretty
interesting.
neat.
And then all these pirates kept trying to blow up the shipment because they don't want them there. They don't want the Empire there.
Nope.
Taking all their mining stuff and destroying the planet there. When they get there, they go to the mess hall to try to find a terminal to use, and that's when they see that general or commander or whatever they call him, admiral. He's 78. Yeah, I knew he was close to 80. Virginia.
Yeah, but
Harrison
Virginia,
Ford.
sure this could be the last one, but even if they want to do a 6, he could never do a 6. They've
already said that this is the last one he's doing, and the last one that is going to be the last Indiana Jones movie too.
Yeah, too long
with that character, not necessarily they could still do a younger Indiana Jones though too, but like they did before.
Yeah,
I think River Phoenix played a young Harrison Ford.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, in one of those. Geez, that was a shame. River Phoenix died.
I know. Yeah.
What a great guy. Thank you, Johnny Depp. Oh, did I just say that on live YouTube? I shouldn't talk like that.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Try and get to the guy's own problems at this moment.
Well, he does too, but yeah. Anyway, let's change the subject so I don't get myself into too much trouble.
Yeah, really.
I didn't see that series, Virginia, the Mighty Ducks series. I saw a couple of the movies, but I didn't see the series. I think there's a series. I think there is.
I thought it was movies.
I think there's a series too, unless you're talking about the movies, Virginia. I saw a couple of those.
I know there's like three duck movies. If I remember right.
Yeah. So they get there. They find out that he's worried. Mayfield is worried that he's going to get spotted.
By that commander. His old commander.
Right. And they're coming out with a Mighty Duck series now on Disney Plus, and she's talking about the trailer.
Oh,
I didn't see it, though, by the way.
No.
I didn't see it. So, because of it, Din has to go in there. And Mayfield says, no, you can't do that because it's not going to recognize your face. But when Din's there and he's trying to get the information, he takes off his helmet so it scans his face, and it knows it's him.
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen?
Really?
What's the backstory with Din Djarin being a part of the Empire? Is that going to come out?
Well, who knows?
Anyway, they get the information.
If it does come out next episode.
When they get the information, Mayfield gets his revenge by shooting that captain or whatever he was, colonel. And they finally are able to escape. And then right near the end...
they blew up those...
Mayfield gets his revenge and blows up the entire thing with all the mining stuff, the explosive stuff. And then when they're getting ready to go, Mayfield goes like, "Okay, take me back to the prison yard." But Cara Dune comes up with the idea that says, "No, wasn't Mayfield killed? Wasn't this prisoner 4 or 5 whatever killed on Morak or whatever the planet name is? I think that's the name of Morak.
Morak, yeah."
So I'll leave. You let me leave. So he because he did a good thing, he got out.
But,
and
but it was It was Mando goes like this with his head.
Yeah, I did see that. I caught that the second time. The first time I didn't catch
I caught
it.
it the first time.
Yeah, so little things like that. Mando did do his head thing, and like, go ahead, go. I didn't catch it the first time.
Yeah, go ahead and go. Like
So he leaves, and then we get to see Moff Gideon's ship, and one of the lieutenants come in and says, "You got to see this, Moff Gideon," and it's Din Djarin that says, "You have something that I want.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea." He repeats the words that he said back to him.
Right.
And I was laughing. I was like, yeah, way to go, Din, yes. And I was kind of surprised because you think that the Mandalorian wouldn't. It's not a good idea for him to let him know he's gonna show up.
Yeah, I know. But this time,
what balls you got, Mando?
Oh, they're made out of brass.
Is it brass or is it stainless steel?
Might be stainless steel.
Oh no, they're made out of Beskar.
Beskar.
His balls are made out of Beskar.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, we got to stop talking like that. This is a kids show.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Shame on you. Get me started.
Well,
man.
Beskar is the only thing that a lightsaber can't cut.
That's true.
So he's in good shape there.
That's true. He wouldn't.
If him and Osaka
wouldn't
had
lose
something.
his manhood.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So that's how the episode ended. I can't wait till next week.
Oh, I know.
Ah, man.
Then I can't wait till next season.
You want to take a guess how long this episode's going to be? Everybody, let's all take a little, not a bet, but let's all see if we could guess what the length of next week's episode's going to be. How many minutes do you think it's going to be?
I think it'd be close to 58 minutes.
That's a good guess. I was going to say 56 minutes.
That's
what do you say?
That's a good guess, too.
Yeah. Anybody else want to put in the comments how many minutes is episode 8 gonna be? Or chapter, it's episode 8, but it's chapter 16.
16, right.
She says close to an hour. You said 58, I say 56. We're all kind of on the same page.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll definitely see.
Yeah. Yes. But anyway, this week's live trivia prize is for...
Yes, Force Link.
It's a Force Link Chewbacca with a little baby Porg.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go ahead and ask the question. And the question is, earlier today, we talked about George Clooney.
Mm-hmm.
And George Clooney said that he didn't think something was going to happen. We were talking about something happening, and George Clooney said that he didn't think that something was going to close because of the COVID pandemic. He think that it would still go on. What was George Clooney talking about? What's not going to close forever or go bankrupt? And we're all going to still do it after COVID is over. What was he talking about? That's for this week's trivia question. What did George Clooney say is not going to close and we're all going to get back to once COVID is not over? That's the question. So please name what George Clooney was talking about. What's not going to close forever? That's a good one, isn't it? Because it's something we talked about.
Yeah, something we talked about
in the news earlier.
Yep, and
Let's
it's
see.
still in the news right
You guys got 1 minute. Here we go. It's 53 minutes and 35 seconds. At 54:35, if you guys haven't said the correct answer, this will go on to next week.
It's a good one. And it's on a nice card too.
You guys would have had to been really paying attention to know the answer to this trivia question.
That's true.
No answers. There's 4 people watching right now.
I think they came on too late.
They might have. You think so?
I think so, yeah. But you never know.
Also, guys, keep paying attention to our live YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And that way you know every time we upload a new video. We're going to be doing a bunch of unboxing videos these holidays. Like we're going to do an unboxing of this 332nd Ahsoka Clone Trooper. I'm going to do an unboxing of that. I'm going to do an unboxing of the new Cad Bane. I'm going to be doing an unboxing of Tebow.
IG-88.
The IG-88. The Purge Trooper. I'm going to be doing an unboxing of Tebow. IG-88. The IG-88. The Purge Trooper. IG-88. The IG-88. The IG-88. The Purge Trooper. The IG-88. 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 Electrostaff Purge Trooper from the Jedi Fallen Order.
Yep.
And we're going to be doing all these unboxings, guys. In the next, I'm going to be uploading them a couple a week. I'm going to do a bunch of them, all these unboxings pretty quick, and we'll be talking about them and showing them off, and I'll be talking about what I like about them. I got Zeb over there. I got Jedi Knight Raven.
Right.
I got Commander Peary from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And also this wonderful looking Stormtrooper Commander from the Gaming Greats.
Yep.
Yeah, they did. So we're going to be doing an unboxing of all these. Thank you guys for being patient with me. It's been difficult because we started a business.
Yeah,
so we've been working on that. We're here in our new studio, but I don't think anybody answered this question, so I'm just going to let me see if... Let's see what he says here. Erica, I need some advice. I should leave on last night. Well, you know what, Dave? I got an idea for you. Let me give you some advice about collecting on the Black Series stuff, about a way to get them. I have, I don't know how often you've tried this, Dave, but I've been getting stuff on Facebook,
Right.
On the marketplace.
Facebook
Facebook Marketplace. Type in the Black Series, whatever you're trying to get, and I've found that a lot of them, most of the time, there's some that are outrageous on the pricing.
Oh, no kidding.
Like that one with Din Djarin and the baby. I think people have been wanting $70 and $80 for it.
Yeah.
But
way too much.
But a lot of these that I'm showing you, I got on for not much more money. I got them on the Facebook Marketplace. So try that, and that might help you as well.
Probably the same price you get if you ordered off at Order 66 on our Friday night special.
And don't be bummed out because, they're trying really hard at Order 66. Maybe they'll try to get more. They're always going to try to get stuff for you guys. If we guys give them feedback at Order 66 and say, don't sell your stuff. Yeah. But keep trying and tell them at Order 66, Dave, the stuff that you really like, because the more feedback they get, they're going to try to get more of that item for us to be able, so everybody gets a chance to collect it. And once they get the new system up at Order 66, it's that worked pretty good. I got almost everything I wanted when I worked on it that one night.
It'll be less drag. It'll be less
less drag, less everything. It's more fair.
Yeah.
It's harder, Anyway, try all that, and please don't shake the table. You kicked it.
I know I did. By accident.
Yeah, don't give up. Okay, so anyway, nobody answered this question, I don't think. Let me check. Yeah, don't sell your stuff, Dave. Because, anyways, nobody answered this question. So the question that George Clooney was talking about, and you missed the first part of the show, so you missed it, and that's okay. We'll go ahead and take this, and we'll put this on next week. So next week, we'll have this available again in next week's show. So nobody won it because nobody answered the question correctly. But the answer to the question was, he was talking about movie theaters.
Right.
So what George Clooney was talking about, as we were talking at that time, Captain Rickster was talking about how nobody could go. You said they're going bankrupt.
Yeah, AMC is going bankrupt.
AMC.
Regal Cinema had closed their doors. I don't know if they closed the doors forever, but I know their doors are closed.
And when he was talking about them going bankrupt, I had talked about how George Clooney said he didn't think that movie theaters were going to go away. That as a society, we like to go out to the movie theaters. We like to get out, not stay at home. We like to be around other people. And he said he thinks movie theaters aren't going to go bankrupt, that they'll be around.
Right.
So the answer was movie theaters. He said weren't going to go bye-bye because of the pandemic. So anyway, sorry I made it hard, but that will go on next week's next week's
Actually, it wasn't that
show.
hard. It's actually pretty easy.
Well,
You had
it's
to watch
always
the
something
progress
we're
earlier.
It's always and you missed the first part of the show, Dave, so you didn't hear it. But of course, Virginia heard it. But she's not supposed to win because she's part of our team here, and we love you and appreciate you, Virginia. So thank you guys very much for joining us.
Thank you.
On this week's episode. It was a great episode. We appreciate it. Remember, as I always say at the end of the show, please, please, please go out this week, do an act of kindness, because if one person does an act of kindness, sometimes it spreads to other people, and other people do something nice for other people, and the more we pay it forward, the better our world's going to be. So do something nice for everybody this week. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper, all the Star Trek fans, and may God bless everybody.
That's definitely true. Have a great, safe week. Hope to see you. I want everybody to come back this next week so we can see everybody. Let me know what they're going to do for Christmas. I would love to know how your Christmas traditions are.
Yes.
It'd be nice. What type of dinner, what type of family dinners you guys have, and all that good stuff. If you got some good favorite recipes, please send them to us.
Yeah, let's talk about that. We're going to start talking more about that stuff with Christmas coming up here. Also, this particular live trivia toy is going to come back next week, but in 2 weeks we're going to have our big giveaway. It's going to be a big prize, guys, and next week we're going to announce what it is, what we're giving away. So make sure you watch next week's show, because next week we're going to talk about the big giveaway, which is for Christmas. So please share us on all your Facebook, on YouTube, on all social media platforms, Twitter, everything. Please share our show, because next week when we make the big announcement, everybody's going to want to watch the week we have the big giveaway. So
that's right.
Yeah. Thank you guys very much. Take care, everybody. God bless.
God bless everybody.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.